I guess we'll just start simple. How are you feeling?
I feel all right. Excited to get back on the field.
What's the past couple weeks been like? Obviously, you were back, then had to take a back seat.
Yeah, it was frustrating just not being out there to be with my teammates. Of course, with the injury, it's always hard mentally trying to stay in it just because nobody wants to be hurt. But I think the rehab went well, and I'm excited to get back.
How much of the decision to maybe take a step back was thinking more long term, and there's a lot more of the season to go?
That was probably the only thing that led to taking the time off. It's hard to play and getting worse at the same time. So, I think it was a unanimous decision to get healthy so I could be there for the stretch.
Offensively, what have you seen from the team? Even when you weren't in there these past couple weeks, certainly a good game this past weekend.
Yeah, this game was a lot. A lot of plays being made, especially by Josh. The receivers blocking the running game. Excited to go up against the Patriots again. The last time we played them came up short. So I think we're going to put together a good game plan and go out there and get the dub.
What did you learn about them the first time around?
I learned a lot about us. A lot of mistakes that we made on our part. Can't win the game turning over the ball. So it's not really about them. It's about the Bills and what we have to do to be able to win every week. Um, you know, Faceless, nameless opponents, how I see it, how we see it in the receiver room. So it's just focusing on our game plan and doing the right things that we're supposed to do.
I know you haven't been here for a lot of the Patriots stuff, but this team has a lot of scar tissue when it comes to Buffalo fans and especially clinching divisions, which they can do this week. Is there any extra juice for you guys to make sure if they're going to win the division, they're not going to do it at your expense?
Honestly, I didn't even know about the whole what do they call it, hats and t-shirt game. Yeah, I had no idea about that. That was the case for this game. I don't really pay much attention to past or present rivalries or bigger games or smaller games. To me, every game is important. Every game, every DB, every defense I go up against, I prepare in the same way. Um, Whether it was for the division or not, I want to win and dominate anybody we're playing. So it just happens to be the Patriots this week.
Joe talking about this receiver room this week, he mentioned a word, selfless. And you have to have a selflessness to kind of be a part of your guys' philosophy, which is like everybody eats and you got to be ready for your opportunity. From your perspective, what's that been like? Like being in that room and your perspective of that selflessness?
Everybody's a competitor. Everybody wants to contribute. At the end of the day, we have to do what's best for the team. Um, Running, throwing, blocking, whatever we have to do to get the win, we'll ultimately do that. I didn't, but at the same time, we also want to contribute. So it's being ready whenever it's time because you never really know how the game's gonna go. So just having that competitor in you will make you want to run every route, block every DB safety hard, just because you never really know if your play is going to be the one to make the game, to win the game.
Is it hard to do that waiting? I mean, I know with a receiver, you kind of do that. You got to do that no matter what the situation is. But it seems here you might have to wait a little longer. Regardless, how difficult is it to have to wait like that?
I mean, I never said it was difficult. It's just something you have to do to be able to win the game. Again, you never really know when it's going to come. Um, so you go and put out the most effort because you just don't know when you're going to get it. Making sure that you're staying in rhythm, and what helps staying in rhythm is blocking. You don't want to not stay in rhythm and not run your routes hard just because haven't been getting the ball. Because when it's your time and you're not ready, you're not warm. Now it looks bad because we already know what it is going into the game, not knowing who's gonna have the great game. So you just got to stay ready and stay warm.
Being a competitor, how challenging has it been to not being able to contribute with you being out with the injury?
Oh, it's been tough. Um, Again, nobody wants to be hurt. Nobody wants to be on the sideline and see all their teammates fight, and they have to take the back seat. But I'm aware that my fight was in the training room and getting my ankle ready to be able to go out and do my job and be reliable. Nobody wants to go out playing on one leg. I want to give my absolute best for the team. So that was my battle, and I'm here now. So only thinking forward.